Hey, what's up, guys? Gemini, and I just got done watching the Ultimate Warrior Ultimate Collection DVD, and I'm not gonna pretend that I stopped and watched each match because I didn't do that. But what I did do was every speaking part he did, because what he did on the DVD is he spoke between matches and he described everything that was happening at that time. And then they would show the match, and then he'd speak again. And then they'd show a match, he'd speak again. He used safe answers in this. He didn't get into any of the backstories about the controversy in '96 when he actually left. He just says he was burned out on the business. But he didn't go into detail like on the Ultimate Warrior Self-Destruction. They talked about how his father's death. He didn't speak of anything personal. Between the matches, everything was, I had other goals, I was burned out. He didn't speak of any controversies at all in this. He says they barely spoke at the end about the WCW part, and he says that basically he was only there to lose a match to Hogan, but they didn't go into the OWN and what a fail that was. He didn't go into things in '92. When he left in '92, he just says, I left. But he really didn't get into why he left. He just said, I had other stuff to do. And that's pretty much the thesis of what the Warrior had to say on this, was I had other stuff to do. I wasn't focused on wrestling. He didn't get into any of the details. I've seen this guy shoot interviews on the net before, and, Warrior is so opinionated, but basically this was a money project for him. He didn't get into details at all. None of it. He didn't get anything personal. He didn't get into any of the details about all the controversies behind his career, about why he really did leave in '92, why he really did leave in '96. None of that stuff. They were just powder keg answers. Warrior didn't get into what wrestlers he liked, he didn't like. He didn't get into none of it. It was just safe stuff. Safe answers. It looked like to me it was just a money project for the Warrior. And this DVD primarily, the first 2.5 discs basically focus around his early WWF run. But I don't know, this DVD, watching and I'll have to go back and watch each match by match, because they had a ton of house show matches, a ton of rare matches, like a match versus Ted DiBiase in Tokyo, Japan in the Egg Dome, stuff like that. They had like a ton of those kind of matches, which are great if you have a lot of time on your hands. But I was more interested in hearing the juicy details, the gossip of why. I wanted him to rebuttal against some of the controversies that were put out there on the Self-Destruction of the Ultimate Warrior DVD. That's what I wanted to hear from the man. Instead, we got, I was busy, I had other stuff, I wasn't focused on wrestling, I was burned out, I didn't like this. It was a safe DVD. It was not juicy. It was a safe DVD, and it was all focused around his early WWF run. Now, this is my opinion of it. If you're a Warrior fan, great, but they didn't whet my appetite on it at all, because I was expecting like the Warrior to be hit like how he is on his shoot interviews and really cut loose and stuff, but they didn't cut loose. This was a safe PG. I don't know. He didn't get into it. That's just my opinion, but this was a powder kegged, safe story, and they really didn't get personal with him. They really didn't tell details. And that's just my opinion of it. But it's okay. I'm not going to say it's great, but it was just okay. It was safe. But Warrior's a businessman, so that's my opinion of it. Gemini, peace.